What is going on, everybody? I'm Noel coming at you with another one. Having a look at Tesla. The bloodbath continues. And are you buying or are you selling? So we were looking at the 618 for a target, and we just hit it with this nice, 10% drop for Tesla. We're going to look at some indicators to tell us if we are close to the bottom or not. As of right now, we're just going to look at the chart. Actually, before I look at the chart, let me turn APO and MACD off so we see the actual colors of the candles. All right, so we have this downward channel. We've seen this before. We have a price level that is constantly being hit, and then a reaction, and then a strong opposite reaction, right? So we've tested this level. Now we've broken. We look left. There's no support anywhere here. So we're continuing down to where the chatter was in the beginning. And it looks like this might be our test point here. So from 880, from 880 to about 910, we said about 908, and we just wicked into it. So the question is, what's going to happen after this? So the trend is when there is a break, this is a reverse triangle, and come on. So we've got something like that, right? So the target would be the height of the triangle for a turn. So if we do this, technically it should be like that. So we're actually looking lower than here. And if we go weekly, we look that there's a lot of wicks here. So there's some liquidity that was left on the table, so to speak. And this arrow kind of matches up where this doji was. It also matches up with this trend line. So this could be our ultimate target, but those who are dollar cost averaging or buying in, some will be buying every $100 on the way down. It could be that the buying will start soon. Let's go to 4 hour. 4 hour is still a bloodbath. I've got to turn off volume. There we go. And the 1 hour, let me go 15. Yeah, 15. We've got a bottoming effect happening now. So where is the bounce going to happen if we're here? It's probably 50% of this run. So if we use a GAN box and we do like so, it could be that we will start challenging price at around 950 if this continues up, and then a potential continuation down. So back to daily. So again, what is the trend right now? The trend is down, and we have not seen a push back up to the upside. We were looking at about 950, which would put us right about here. Sorry, my dog is crying. And if we look left, this was previous resistance in the past. We may see a wick come back up here and reject it and then continue down. If we do, I mean, our next price levels to watch will be down around as low as 765. So if you're buying every 100, you're only going to have 3 Teslas by the time we get down here. And we may see a challenge to move back up around there. Now, if we look at a 60% drop from the all-time high, we're going to be looking at this position here at around $500. So if that were to happen, The support traders will be looking at 550, and the stop loss hunters will be looking between 500 and 550, and odds are the banks will be looking at 460. So if we do see the run down, if we're looking at price and time, this might be our time resistance, or our time support run down to the bottom, if that's the case, at which point, we're probably looking at like October, and that will probably be just in time for the Santa Claus rally. So we'll be Halloween effect, Santa Claus effect, blah, blah, blah. Odds are this will not take off parabolically, and we will probably come back up and challenge around here, at which point we'll find support, and then hopefully this thing will continue up. So that's the most bearish price levels that I can see. I mean, I really hope that we don't go that low, but if we do, I would be more aggressive down here than I would be up here. I mean, you know, for if you've got $1,000 positions, you've got the objective to get 2 Teslas instead of 1, right? Anyway, okay, so let's look at some indicators. First on the list will be APO and MACD. So APO and MACD, we were seeing the big red candle, and the reason was, oh, that can't be. Hang on a sec. Oh, yes, we're just below the zero cross here. I guess it doesn't show it nicely here. We're supposed to see the red down here, and that's why we're getting the red candle. Looks like a bit of a squeeze starting to form. I don't know. We're trying to get back up. There was an overreaction, and back down we go. So this does not look very organic to me. On the daily, there it is. A failed attempt to move back up above the zero cross and starting to go down. So that's the 4-hour. Yeah, further favoring of the downside on the 1-hour. You may want to watch Tesla on the hourly until we start seeing movement back up to the upside. So that's APO MACD is showing bearish. This squeeze momentum indicator, we've got squeeze signals and we've got pushing down. We had one attempt to move back up, bottoming effect, and then a continuation of more red candles. So that's pretty bearish as well. On the hourly, same thing. We were about to go green, and then the big sell-off on the 4-hour. So that was this doji that gave up and came back down. Again, bearish. On the daily, the average continuation down to the bottom. So this was the squeeze, and this is the release, and the release is the big red candle. So we've got 2 indicators confirming bearishness. Now we're going to go over to this one. Let me see. So bearish candles, we broke the 50% line and closed down. We're pretty close to the 30, so it could be maybe this week and next week a continuation down. And then once we go above the 30 with a bullish close, that could be the bounce. However, remember that we usually test the 50, come back down, and then once we close up to above the 50, you'll see more momentum. Divergences, we can see that, this is a test to the upside. The longer term is also a test to the upside, but there's no confirmation of a test to the upside. We're still going down, right? So we had downward momentum, a hold, and then a continuation of downward momentum. So something like this, we might see, a candle come up and fool people into a bounce, and then a drop, and then we'll probably see a move to the upside. Excuse me. So it was not selling. There's no sell signals or topping signals up here. At least that's my interpretation of what this could possibly mean. The buy was down here, or the bottoming was down here, and sure enough, it does say that. But it could be that the exit on this indicator would be this bearish candle close under the 70, right? So we popped up, we came down, we popped up 2 times above the 70, and this close. So somewhere between these two candles, oops. And if we look, what is that? April 5 and 7. Yeah, a red candle just near the top there. So it would either be this or this as an exit. And you can see, interesting, that this exit broke support. And then we came down, found support, came up, and previous support became resistance. And what happened? The continuation of the downtrend. So lower high, right? So now we're going to follow those same rules as we continue down, waiting for higher lows first, and then a confirmation of higher highs. So all three are saying bearish. And if we look at this volume price index, again, we'll go daily. Why is this not showing? Not sure why. Doesn't show daily. That's weird. Anyway, okay, so 4 hour. Potential for 750 as a base or a bounce. This big red volume candle was down here, and that kind of signifies a double bottom. So again, a favoring of the continuation of the downtrend. And if that's the case, then now we're looking at this kind of support trend line on the way down with an intersection around May 13th. So it's all looking pretty bearish. And I'm not sure if people are thinking blood in the streets yet. The fact that it broke this support just confirms that, we were expecting movement down here. So if we do find support, we will likely find resistance, just like we did with this here. So wherever this is, let's say, like we said, 880, between 880 and 910. It could be that we come back up and test 970 and then continue down, and possibly an ultimate bounce down around 750. So if you like Tesla, it's on sale. What's that saying that says? Everybody loves a sale except on the market. It's the only place when stuff goes on sale that nobody wants to buy. We're at 1350, so we'll leave it at that. Make this thumbnail a wee bit bigger and cleaner. I don't know. Does that look too busy? Like so. All right. Trade safe. Oh, let's put it on daily. That's better. Trade safe.